Okay, we're looking right back at the start now again of every breath you take. And in this lesson, like I mentioned, we're going to be looking below the surface. We're going to be starting to get into some deeper issues regarding the music itself, not so much just the notes. There's a lesson dedicated only to the notes, if that's what you're interested in. But here we're going to start dissecting some theory and some reharm and maybe even some writing tips. So let's go right back. So this 6-bar introduction that we have here, let me just play it quick and then we'll start talking about what it is. All right, so it's roughly about a 5-bar introduction, and that 6th bar is the beginning phrase, the pickup measure to the next phrase, really. So what's going on here? Well, to understand what's working here, we have to understand what it means to say something are common tones. So we're using this basic motif. All right? Now you really have to go and check out the original. You have to check out Sting and the Police's version of Every Breath You Take. You always have to go to your source and sort of do your homework. So really familiarize yourself with that tune. But even if you're not that familiar with it, the very first thing that jumps out to you when you listen to that song is that guitar riff that's being played. Okay, that's a really important part of that song. Not just that line, but that rhythm, that constant 8th note rhythm. Okay, and that shape. So this introduction really comes from listening to that song, understanding that motif, M-O-T-I-F, that means that theme, that common theme, that idea that pervades the entire tune, and trying to build something that is based off of that idea. So what I did was I took that idea and I found a chord sequence that I liked. So I have this. So I'm building everything in those first 4 measures to get to that A-flat pattern, which is coming right off of the record. So what I'm trying to do is find a way to get to that A-flat major. And really what I'm doing is just going in stepwise motion. From D-flat to E-flat to E to F-sharp or G-flat. And then finally, I'm playing the line exactly as it occurs in the recording. Now, there's a couple reasons why I knew how to do this. One, this to me smacks of a straight Stevie Wonder rip, meaning I've heard lots of tunes where Stevie Wonder is doing this same kind of pattern. He's in one key, and ultimately he moves, in getting to his home key, he moves by whole step, from a whole step below into that key. So that was kind of the idea I had in my mind initially, was to get there by going stepwise and then a whole step into that A-flat. That came from listening to a lot of Stevie Wonder and just having that kind of sound in my head, and I'm sort of kind of borrowing that idea from something I've heard him do. Now in the right hand I have this figure. And what's interesting about this is that it was something I was looking for that works over all of these chords. So let's take a look and understand why. Over D-flat, the first chord, this right-hand pattern is the 5th, the root, the 9th, and the 5th. Without changing any of that, over E-flat, I now have the sus4, the 4th, the flat 7, the root, and the sus4. Now I have the 3rd, the 6th, the major 7, and the 3rd again. Now over F sharp or G flat, let's look at it in terms of F sharp. I have the 9th or the 2nd, the 5th, the 13th or the 6th, however you want to think about it, and the 9th again. And then when I get to my A flat major, I essentially just have root, 5, root, 5 root. Okay, I can get rid of that D flat. And I just have this, what I call the power chord, the guitar player's power chord, 1-5-1-5-1. Okay, so that's basically how I constructed that introduction, what I was thinking of. So that rhythm is borrowed from the recording. The harmonic idea is borrowed from something that I kind of already had in the back of my head. But the way that the two are married is by finding that A flat, that root that I'm trying to arrive at, and leaving it there, and trying to see how it works over every one of these notes in the bass. Until it finally resolves to the 1 chord.
Thanks for taking a look at this video. If you'd like to be notified the next time I release free content on YouTube, you can click on the subscribe button on this page. It's absolutely free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, if you'd like to study with me for free for 30 days, click on the Piano Success Playbook in the bottom left-hand side, and you'll get 30 days of lessons absolutely free of charge. I look forward to working with you in the next lesson.